Hi, Jean Marie. Nice to see
Hey,
you.
just making this bigger. Was just looking for my flip tooth, but I didn't find it.
Let me just adjust my volume.
What?
I just needed to adjust my volume. It was a little low, so it was difficult to hear you.
Oh, I said I just was looking for my flip tooth. I just got a flip tooth in my front and I
Oh,
did not find it, but that's fine.
that's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I had a lot, I'm having a lot of dental work.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah, so yeah, I had a bridge, like a four-tooth bridge, and it fell out. So then they said, okay, well, we're gonna have to take out your whole front tooth and make an implant so that the other three teeth can attach. So
Yeah,
that's my exciting
that makes.
$1,000 worth of dental work I'm having done. So look
Mhm.
at you, beautiful Sasha.
Thank.
Um, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking up at my, so you can see me all right?
I can see you very well. And
You can,
mm,
okay,
yeah, I can see you very well. We can start.
okay.
Speaking about dental work. There are two things I want to mention. One, I want to ask you if you watched the video course on craniosepsis.
I watched the first two. I'm not like a great computer person. And then I know that the way that I can access it is to go back to the email that you sent so that I can click on it. So yeah, I had downloaded, I guess it was Thomas that had made those early recordings. So I've listened to that, but I only listened to the first two and I wasn't necessarily concentrating all that well. So yeah, I still need to do that. So
Mhm.
no, I have not. Is that on the third and the fourth?
No, there are only two recordings, and it's JC and myself. And it's a video course regarding the second discovery of Dr. Buteyko, which is called craniosepsis. And a big part of it is about dental work. So since
Oh,
you are going through, some dental work, I think it would be really important
oh
for you
yes.
to learn that.
Okay, so how would I access? So I was speaking of the four videos was the one, but there's another one with Jesse and you.
I'll send you a link to this video.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. And the other thing I want to say is that during the next quarter of the program, we will have at least one meeting, maybe more meetings on this issue of craniosepsis, and we'll discuss some aspects of dental work and how it, impacts breathing. So that
Oh,
they will be useful for you, I believe. Mhm.
yeah, no, I know it's a big deal because I know when I have work done and I've had a lot of work done in the last couple years. And every time I have even something small done, it changes my whole bite.
Mhm.
And, I know that there's a lot that goes on. So,
Yeah.
uh, ah, okay, I have to stop looking at myself and look at you. I'm still getting you. One of my goals is to, get used to Zoom and love it. I love Zoom. So yeah,
To
yeah, yeah, even though I was a New York City public school teacher and I taught,
Mhm.
my students, they refused to turn on. So I was the only one that they could see. But you can't make them do, well, New York City students don't like to follow rules all the time. So they were high school.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, that was a few years ago. So yeah, I've just got to experiment. I think even like somehow going on and able to see myself in position, talking about my teeth. But I just want to say, even the fact that so I don't even know how many years ago it was that I did a weekend with Thomas. It might have been 2 or 3 weekends. So I never met you. And then I worked with Charles, but we only did, I think, one. We didn't really work on that. He did acupuncture and the great thing is even the tape. I mean, that could change a person's life. So, I mean, I just thank you for having gone there and done this. And, it's, even though I haven't really done the practice, I had started to do it again. And, I basically was not, so I do I've been doing at least 2 or 1 half-an-hour practice with my regular, meditation practice. And, but initially I was not plugging my nose. I was just letting myself breathe naturally and then extend, and I'm even calling things the wrong acronyms. And then counting the seconds after my exhale. And so I was maybe, I don't think I ever made it above 8 back 10 years ago or whenever. I'm sorry, I don't remember decades or time very well. And then when I started doing it again, I've had a lot of postnasal drip even since January. Then they just put me on new diabetic medication, which I had refused to go on, but my sugar was too high. And it was making me really, really sick. So I just started that like a week and a half ago. So it wasn't just the blood sugar, it was my asthma, because it's the Hudson Valley and I'm highly allergic. And so that's why I was so sick. I really had no energy last week and postnasal drip. And then I actually had an asthma attack, which I haven't had for like 3 years. And so I'm definitely in the right place with the breathing work here. So yeah, so as I just to get you up to date with what I've been doing. So I have to plug the nose, definitely, right? During the practice.
Well, we have a lot of different exercises. It seems that you're referring to breath holds.
Yeah.
And for
Trying to increase, my main thing is trying to increase the control pause, is it called?
yes.
So what do other people call it, the PMP?
At this point, for you, it doesn't matter which
Okay.
one you measure and how you and what you call it. So the term control pose is easier, and I
Okay.
would suggest just staying with it and
Okay.
measuring it, following the instructions you received.
Yes.
If you do a session of breathing exercises, do you hear me well?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So if you do a session of breathing exercises, you need to measure your control pose before and after
Yes.
the session.
And I do it in the morning too. I'm
Yeah.
at 4
Okay.
and
And
I was making it up to 6, but with the allergy season, I'm at 4.
yeah, 4 is low. You need to increase
Very
it.
low. You're the F student in the class, but
Well, it's not it's
no,
not
I know. I'm
just
just,
like you should expect asthma attacks with these numbers, because with these numbers your body has to create a defense mechanism against overbreathing. So
yeah,
your body is really trying its best to protect you, to protect itself. But you need to cooperate with your body.
yes,
You're like, I'm your friend. We are going to do it together now, you know,
Yes.
like this. But anyway, you measure your control pose before and after a session of breathing exercises. And if your after control pose is higher than before,
Right.
it's all good.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like that. But keep in mind that so whatever we do, we generate carbon dioxide or we
Yes.
lose carbon dioxide, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's wonderful that you do breath holds in order to generate carbon dioxide. And I definitely want to encourage you to do that as much as possible during each day. So maybe even in addition to formal sessions of breathing exercises, just try to stop your breathing for a comfortable number of seconds, almost after each exhalation. And
Mm-hmm.
for that, you don't need to block your nose,
Yes, that's what I was initially doing starting in January.
right? So that would be very good practice for you to accumulate CO2. But also you need to prevent the losses of CO2 because, you know, you probably have heard me, I very often use an analogy with money, like CO2 is our health currency. It's like making money and spending
Yeah,
money, right?
I agree.
So what I see right now is that as a teacher, you have a very strong habit to speak a little bit louder
Oh,
than
yes, yes.
you need, and also to speak very
Mm,
clearly, which means tensing up your voice.
okay.
And that type of speech, like a teacher's voice, you know,
Mm,
that actually requires much more breath
mm-hmm.
than in gentle speech.
Yes.
Right now, you lose a lot of carbon dioxide through
Mm,
talking, and that's why you need to work extra hard making it. Yeah. So if you just work on the way how you talk and train yourself to save carbon dioxide while speaking, you will
mm-hmm.
be in a better place right away, you know?
Yep.
That's like a huge leak will be fixed. Carbon dioxide will not be leaking out of your system through.
Yes. Thank you for reminding. And I'm embarrassed too when I'm alone a lot. I'm in the Hudson Valley and I'm retired, and so I'm not around a lot of people, but I think naturally when I interact with people, I can even hear myself right now. And I can, yeah, I know that
Doing it.
I'm loud. So, yeah, and I know that like my father and my brother, it's called farmer's voice, because they in the fields, and before they had phones, they would be yelling across the field. And whenever my father and brother are on the phone, it's like, oh, they're far away. We start talking very loud. And I do the same as them, but
Yeah.
yes,
You know, the first step is to realize that our voice is our choice.
yes,
We have many choices how to speak,
yes,
right? So you can choose the voice which is supportive of your respiratory health versus damaging to it.
yes.
And we can start doing it right now. I see that you already started, but you know, I'll just guide you a
I
little
feel
bit.
like I'm gonna start crying. Yeah.
It's fine, you know. Can cry together. We all, you know, made our mistakes in all kind of ways. So yeah.
Yeah, and also, it's definitely a familial, you know, we're the teachers, we're the leaders, we're the bosses. People listen to us, we're the ones in control, bossing everyone around. That's my family. So,
Right, right. So let's just put this family tendency
yeah,
aside for now. Imagine that you and I were just reborn
Right, thank you.
In a new environment, you know, and we are starting our lives fresh, new, right? And so we're just learning how to talk. And this new life, new planet, new environment, new mandala is completely safe. So we could feel totally relaxed being here. We don't need to protect or defend anything. You know, it's a benevolent environment, the environment which wants us, which loves us, you know, and wants us to be better, to heal. So we could just relax. Let's do it by inhaling silently through the nose and making the exhalation long and audible like this. So it's like a sigh, but through the nose. Yeah. So to just do it.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to close the nose or anything. Just inhale through your nose and then make a long, like a letting go type of exhale through the nose. Okay. All right. So that was a moment of a new birth, a new life. And now let's start anew. So first, trust me that if I cannot hear you, I will tell you that. If I'm not telling you that you know I'm having difficulties hearing you, that means I can hear you well. Okay. So the first step, choose the lowest acceptable volume of your voice. Not the highest, but the lowest. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
So tell me, for how many years did you spend in the Hudson Valley, but use the lowest volume of your voice?
I have a renovated barn and 16 acres and a cabin and, okay, I can go lower. And I purchased in August of 1999.
Okay, August 1999. Okay.
So 25 years this year.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are going to continue playing this game, and we both try to use our lowest volumes. Okay, not the highest.
And I was just aware, okay.
No,
I
talk to me. Mhm.
I was just aware that I had tension and I was higher than I had to be. Oh, this is so hard. Okay.
Hard. Yeah, it is hard. A new birth, you know, it is hard. Rebirth. Okay. Now, I want to hear your softest voice.
Okay.
Imagine that you are talking to yourself when you were 3, 5 years old. And from this place, you can really express a lot of love to this little girl, how her life was or how her life is going to be, right? And you can be relaxed with her. You know her very well. Yeah. You can be safe with her. She's very predictable for you. So use your absolutely softest voice and maybe tell me like you would tell her about your property, about your barn. Is it in Woodstock or somewhere close to Woodstock?
I'm in,
Softest voice, please.
I, I, I'm in Highland. I'm in
Ireland.
Highland. Oh, I'm in Highland, New York. Highland is next to New Paltz.
I see. Okay, now I
Yeah,
understand.
so I'm like
Like
half
50
an hour
minutes,
Woodstock,
40 minutes from Woodstock or so, yeah.
30 minutes and 30 minutes. I'm a 3-year-old. I'm talking to a 3-year-old. 30 minutes, 30 minutes from Woodstock.
Good. How is the weather there now?
Well, it's very damp.
Softest.
God,
I'm
I-
making you work.
No, and I'm like visually like disoriented. Okay, so I'm looking in your eyes. And I'm talking to my 3-year-old self, or I'm talking, I'm, uh, I'm, 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 uh, I'm, I'm talking as the 3-year-old. Oh my God. This is terrifying. Okay. Yeah, it's very magic. The way I got my property, and it's very magic. It's very magic. And I'm a performer too, so I feel that I should be able to do this easier. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm on Zoom. Fact, 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 fact that I'm on Zoom. Oh my God. This is so weird. I can't believe it. Okay, fact, that I'm on Zoom. Yeah, so well, um the reason I was able to buy my property, oh God, okay, okay. Am I a 3-year-old, or I'm talking to a three?
You're talking to, we could kind of, I'm glad that you compared it with acting, because it is like
Oh
acting.
yeah,
Okay. Let's just change the roles a little bit. Let's imagine that I'm an extra sensitive person and I'm
yes,
afraid of many things. So if you're going to talk to me in a strong, authoritative voice, you're going to scare me. Yeah. So you
okay,
know that, and you don't want my mental issues to become really strong. I'm sure you know this game
yes,
from, your students. And so you're trying to be very gentle and very careful with me. That's how, you use your voice. So I
yeah.
don't have any strong reaction. So let's try this and see if that works or not.
Oh, okay, you're like my 2-year-old. So I had a school for two to, I'm like drooling. I had a school for 2 to 5, 6-year-olds in Manhattan, but I would, if you were a 2-year-old, and you were scared coming into my school, I would maybe even, oh my God, this is hard. Yes, I can't look at you. Yeah, I think part of it is the teacher student relationship. So talking to you as a 2-year-old rather than a teacher authority figure does help, and I am very good with, I love that age, and I'm very good with 2-year-olds. So um, what a beautiful 2-year-old, Sasha, you are. So yes, I I had a I okay, but I wouldn't I so I had a friend that was I I I I had a friend that was Black, that always complaining to me that he could not get an apartment. And I got really sick of hearing him bitch about it, talk about
I'm
it. So,
getting a little scared here. I need more love. I need more and more a gentler voice.
so I told him I would go out with him and help him to find an apartment, because I was so sick of, so tired of listening to him complain. So uh I went out with him. I went out with him for a whole day. My feet hurt and walking around Manhattan. And when I came back, to my own apartment on 3rd Street between Avenue A and B. My landlord was there and he offered an apartment, a really great one, a studio apartment for like $700. So the best deal. So my friend who was he used to call races in Jamaica. He was a DJ. Oh my God, I'm loud. I'm, but
You
he,
are doing well, but you need to stay with it. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm,
try to not to get lost in the content of the story,
yes,
but just like keep softening your voice a little bit and yeah.
softening my voice. And so there was a 3-day carryover jackpot at the races, and I never played a pick six before. So he stayed over at my house, and then the next day, instead of going to the track, he's we he's handicapped all night the horses, and then I also made a bet on the pick six, and I asked myself what horse will win, and because I'm an intuitive, I mean, I had done like energy and prayer work where I would tune in, and so I had practiced like a musician, or I practiced intuition, and I won the pick six, and it was a lot of money. That's why so I made money because I'm a gambler and I love to gamble, and I started following my own stocks and playing the stock market and doing day trading. And God, this is hard. And at the very end, at the very end, I looked at property in the Hudson Valley. My friend knew a real estate agent, and yeah, I'm getting lost in the content. As soon as I walked into my house here, there's an Indian saint. Well, I guess I could turn it on. So he was in the house. He was in my house. I don't know if you can see him. Do you see him up there?
No, see some kind of a picture, but it's blurry.
Do you see him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's coming in. Okay, can you show me more? That was really interesting.
No, Nityananda.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the
actually, you should know because
the
it was Nityananda, who
Mhm.
was the guru of Muktananda
Oh,
and Guru Mai.
okay.
So, Nityananda. Wow, he wants to. Oh, okay. Now I'm getting excited. So he likes you. He wants to see you.
Yeah, I want to see him too.
Wait.
It's really, oh wow, yeah, it's really interesting how he appears and disappears. Thank
What
you.
is there? Why can't the Zoom? I think I have it on blur.
Yeah.
There you.
Hello.
Oh my
I-
God, Sasha.
oh.
Like, wow, he likes your sense of humor a lot.
Yeah, I like him
Okay.
too.
Anyways, he was the guru. Well, you maybe know the history of the. So, when I came into the house, his presence was here, and I didn't know he was going to come with me, and he wanted me. He liked this house, and when I have I'm kind of like a 15-year-old bitch when I get a divine message. I was like, what do you, it's hard enough to real estate shop for, one person. Now I have to, what are you doing here? I get mad. I used to get mad at him when he would come because it would freak me out.
Mhm.
But anyways, so that's, but also the reason I won okay, now I'm getting excited. The reason I won the money was that when I had won 5 with 5 horses, watching it on TV, my friend, I was freaking out, and it was worse to almost win than like lose. Like I was really, and then my friend said, you have to be positive. And so then I do Vedic chanting. So I did the Ganapati chant, just and when he came on the TV, I really look right in the horse's eye, and I really connected with the horse, even though the horse was on TV. And I did the Ganapati chant. And the last horse was the longest shot on the board. He was 16-1, hadn't won a race for a year. And the favorite, Slickhorn, his name was Key Contender, and there was a photo finish, like, so he won by,
I have to stop you right here.
okay,
I want to hear the end of the story, but save it. Save it for a few minutes, okay?
I will.
So even
No,
though
I don't, I'm ashamed of myself because I feel like I should be able to do this better. Okay.
oh no, you are doing it very well.
Oh, I'm getting,
So you understood how to use your voice, that, if you use a gentler voice, you will use less air and
yes,
have more carbon dioxide.
yes.
If you use a lower volume, the same thing, right? So instead of like, I'm talking like this, it's a lot of air flowing through my system. I'm on the economy mode, I'm trying to use as little air as possible. So you understand those two things, right? The third one, which might be the most difficult for you, might require quite a bit of practice, and that's inhaling through your nose before talking. Right?
Oh, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know that we always talk on exhalation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make sounds on
Mhm.
exhalation, and we inhale in between. So most people, and you were doing it at the beginning of our session as well, excessively inhales through the mouth.
I was inhaling through the mouth.
Right? You just need to switch to inhaling through the nose. So before we'll go to the end of this story, let's do one simple exercise. So inhale through your nose, and on exhalation, start counting numbers like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Right? And then when you feel that you need to stop and inhale through your nose, you stop. Let's say you stopped at the number 9, 5. Stop at the number 5. You pause, you inhale through your nose, and then you continue. 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on, right? So can you count like this to 50, let's say?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Excellent.
31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
You did it very well, with the exception that you were talking, you were using your voice on the count of 15. So you stopped at 15 first, inhaled, then you continue speaking, then you stop at 30, and then, oh no, actually I'm wrong, and then the next one was at 50, so it wasn't just 15.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong, but you need to stop not at a specific number, but whenever you want to breathe again, right? Regardless of the numbers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I actually was only going to inhale when I felt I had to on
Perfect.
the end.
Yes.
So,
Then you did everything correctly. That's good. You did it really well. But I want you to do, I want you to do this again and count to 100. And when you're doing it, just take a reference, like remember the way you talk while doing it. Okay.
remember the way I talk while I'm, remember the way I talk while I'm saying the number.
Counting the numbers. Like remember how you're using your voice, how you're using your breath. Like so you
Okay,
can imitate it after this
I'm
exercise.
sorry.
So you can imitate it, you can repeat it after. Not clear, sorry. It's like, let's say I'm speaking like this. You know, I want to tell you something, right? But I might be doing it and I might be completely unaware of that. Right? So the first step is to become aware, you know. Like right now, I'm overusing my voice and I'm breathing too much, yeah, but I'm aware of it.
Right.
Right, right. So now
So
we're
just become more self-aware of every nuance of the breathing and the vocal volume.
yes,
Okay, so go to 100.
please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 6, 47, 49. 52, 53, 57, 58, 59, 60. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 86, 7, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 94, 96, 97, 98, 99. Oh my God, that was just, well, it's also, I mean, that you're observing me and I have to have the inner awareness rather than have my awareness on you observing me.
Mhm.
That was really so hard for me. Like, yeah. Oh, I just, well, that was good. I just noticed I breathed through my mouth.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Now we are going to make it a little harder, and then we'll make it really hard. So
Okay.
a little harder. Just tell me a little bit about Hudson Valley. Any kind of information you want to give me, please do. But practice the same type of breathing while talking. So inhale through to your nose, talk, stop, inhale through your nose again.
Okay. I'm now focusing on myself rather than on you, which seems to be a little more helpful.
So I know it's really difficult to breathe for a lot of people in Hudson Valley because it's so enclosed and vegetation is really dense. And did you feel it when you moved to Hudson Valley from Manhattan?
Yes, I could. Oh. Yes, I could
Soften your voice.
feel
Relax a little bit.
I could feel myself more allergic. Fuck. And when I went to my apartment in the city where I stayed during the week, it seemed to get a little bit better, but I also have a lot of dust in my apartment in the city, and I'm highly allergic to dust.
Inhale through your nose. Perfect.
There are 5 different types of dust mite. and I'm allergic to everyone and used to get allergy shots.
So it feels weird, right?
Yes.
But that's saving carbon dioxide. It's almost like, a person got used to eating hamburgers and hot dogs and big cakes for every meal. And suddenly it's just like a little bowl of rice for dinner, right? It's kind of, I can do it, but it feels weird. I want my excitement back. So
Mhm.
that's how it is. But this is your main, I believe, carbon dioxide leak. That's how you lose a lot of carbon dioxide, through speaking.
Right.
And that should be your main praxis. And
But
even
I'm hardly around people. I mean, I'm by myself most of the time.
Mhm. Well, that helps actually right now, but when you are around people, you lose a lot of carbon dioxide. When you talk with people, do you often feel tired after it, or do you have asthma symptoms after spending time with people?
Well, I think since COVID, it was very, 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 very helpful for me to interact with humans. Like, it really was terrible for me to not be around people. And yeah, so I didn't feel a decrease. I didn't feel that. I felt just an energy of being able to be with people.
Mhm. But you were excited, as many people were, being with people, interacting with people, not being alone anymore, right? But you were not aware of your breathing. And
No.
excitement usually triggers hyperventilation. So no one
Mhm.
is taking away interactions, right? You can interact with people as much as you want, but you need to control your breathing, at least to a degree.
Yes, and even yes, and even when we had the class, I didn't. I thought I was all right. Like, I knew I wasn't perfect, but I didn't realize how disabled I am.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Do you have any book or a magazine nearby? Can you read a text?
I have project 369.
Okay.
Want me to read them?
Yeah, just breathe through your nose, use your softest voice and the lowest volume, and just read something.
Realizing your vision to completion. All manifestations of wealth are the result of thoughts or visions realized to completion and made manifest in your physical world. The essence of manifestation is being able to realize your vision, realizing your vision. To completion is nothing more than planning your vision and finalizing the necessary steps to materialize it.
Okay.
As we,
Mhm. Okay, right? So you can do it. You see, you can do it. It's a little slow right now because you just started practicing it, but
yes,
you can do it and you know how to do it.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Now it's like a more difficult task. Now let's go back to your story. Remember, you were going to purchase the house.
So,
And tell me the story, breathing the same way as we discussed.
Nityananda was in my cabin. There's a little 600 square foot cabin, 40 yards down from my it's a renovated barn. He was down there talking to me, saying, we arrived. He was happy.
Was he in his physical form?
No,
Was
it was a voice I heard, but he what afterwards I read a book that a lot of people were able to sense him physically, and he talked to them, not just me. He likes you a lot.
good? I like him too. It's mutual.
He said that if anything good ever happens, and you think that it's him, don't give him the credit. He said to give Ganapati the credit. So I had a 900-pound granite elephant. Sent from India. My professor, Bill Skelton, the husband of my yoga teacher, Mary Lou Skelton, knew people in India because he took people for 19 years. And he always liked me because I was a gambler, not a yogi person. And he got me the elephant.
Mm.
And word. And did a so weird. It's so weird. I'm telling you this story and I'm getting caught up in my emotions and not concentrating very well.
Mhm. Yeah, now you're observing, you're aware. It's very good.
Yeah, so I don't know, you couldn't see before, but it's so weird. I guess I could change the he's laughing. I could, I'll show you later. So I have, so I have my elephant in front of me and he's made of granite and he arrived on the first day of Chaturthi, the Holy Elephant Week. He was driven from Kearney, New Jersey, when on the water transported. And Bill came and did a ceremony, like a Brahmin ceremony, and the Brahmin priest said, uh, be careful, because if you have Ganapati, then he could make obstacles. So that you could remove the obstacles.
Okay, good. So do you feel the difference? Like the way how you spoke at the beginning and now, right? It's tough, but it would be very helpful for you to practice this technique. And speaking, please.
Well, I think that because my focus is not on that, my awareness is on what I'm trying to accomplish with the people or the outside world.
Okay, yeah.
I thought that I was better because I've studied, self-awareness. And I did body awareness a lot. And even taught it, but it's so much harder doing it with the breath and talking.
Yeah. But you made the switch very well. It takes a while to
Girlfriend, I don't know.
you
I thought we were going to watch me like do this and
yeah. All right.
okay. I
So
do have a question relating to also when after I was doing the numbers, I would say the number, then I wanted to after I would have a pause and then I could relax more.
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm holding something, then I can relax a lot more before I do the inhale. Fuck.
That's good.
So also, fuck. Also in my, yeah, it's also the visual. Okay, I'm gonna look at your, is that gonna? No, it's the Buddha. Yeah, the whole, I mean, I love the mystic. And I've courted it, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm out of control. Maybe because I'm talking different. I don't know.
I think you're actually gaining control over your breath.
I'm doing,
I think you're gaining control over your breath by doing that. It's before you were out of control. So this is a very valuable technique for you. And I would like to suggest to practice it as much as possible. And then we can meet again and move to some other steps. Yeah, but
so can I stop doing it right now? I feel like I'm going, okay. So in terms of continuing my practice, I am now talking on the exhale and then I'm stopping. Then I can relax my diaphragm. And when I do the holds like that for the 30 minutes, then I can feel it dropping lower. I just don't really know what to focus on. Like, well, you're telling me can I do the breathing in and the exhale with chanting?
Right now, your numbers are too low to do chanting. First, you need to increase your numbers by doing breath work directly. And when your numbers are at least close to 20 seconds, then you can do chanting. If you start doing chanting right now, there is a chance that it will decrease your control pose and it could even trigger an asthma attack. So better not.
But I feel like the focus of like the unconsciousness that I don't have to focus on what I'm saying is helpful. Like, I don't know. Can I just try it?
Oh.
And you can see?
Mhm.
Okay. Om Gananantva Ganapati Gum Hawamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmana Spatana Shrimvan Utipisi Dasadanam.
Yeah, you are doing it correctly. You are doing it well. While doing chanting, allow your abdominal area to move freely. You don't need to restrict your belly movements while doing chanting. But what you did was very good. However, you need to measure your control pose before and after doing chanting.
Okay.
If control pose is higher than before, then bingo, you achieved the result you wanted. If your control pose after is lower than it was before, then it's a negative result.
The thing I find the hardest is consciously forming the words, thinking.
Mhm. Well,
Like if I have it memorized, whether it's a chant or a script or even reading, but do you want me to like, what am I supposed to be saying?
well, you just need to practice this technique and try it, in different situations. Try it by reading a boring text.
Okay.
Try it while doing an inspiring chant. Try it while talking to a friend and so on, and see what works and what doesn't. And it takes a while to make it comfortable, to make it natural. So give yourself some time, but don't give up with it. Just keep practicing it. Okay?
Yeah, my purpose is that I can increase the number.
Mhm. Mhm. And I want to tell you that starting in a couple of weeks, we will have breathing exercises classes every Tuesday at the Breath Mastery program. So every Tuesday we will have a half an hour of a breathing exercise session. So start attending those sessions every Tuesday, and that will help you, and it will also provide you with new techniques you can use.
I just feel like, why the hell am I starting? Like, I mean, it's apparent because of my asthma attack, my diabetes, my overall health. I know that I'm supposed to be doing this, but it's just overwhelming to me that I'm starting like this whole new fucking practice, man. I mean, I'm retired. Can I just have fun? Like, I don't know. I feel overwhelmed. I just feel like I'm my purpose here today, and you're the expert, was to give me the next step so that I can increase this number.
This is your next step to increase your numbers. And besides this, just do you walk every day?
Yes, I walk a half an hour at minimum outside. Yep.
And do you breathe strictly through your nose while walking?
Yes, all the time.
Do you speak to anyone while walking?
No, I'm listening to audio tapes.
Okay, great. So that is a very helpful activity for you, and gradually start increasing the time or do it in several increments. You know, maybe you will be able to walk, you know, an hour a day soon or an hour and a half, and you will be building up carbon dioxide every time you walk. So by walking, you will be making carbon dioxide. By breathing through the nose while talking, you will be saving carbon dioxide. And the higher the level is, the less symptoms you will have.
I mean, I'm just trying to imagine like doing this exhale thing on my talking is like a tremendous overwhelm practice.
Well,
I-
try to practice it and see how it goes.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Okay. I'm trying to, okay. So, when I feel myself relaxing after I stop counting during the half an hour thing that I do, what should I do? Should I, because isn't it wrong to stop and then still keep relaxing? Should those be counts?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking.
Okay, so so I would do the, inhale, exhale.
Breath hold. Okay.
Girlfriend, that I'm almost at like 9. Are you kidding me? Gosh, Renamo. Wow. Okay. So when I just did that, I could feel my rib cage. After I stopped the number, I could still relax my under my rib cage and either other parts of my body. I could do more of a relaxation.
Mhm.
Should I stay there and do that?
Sure, it's very helpful. Doing it formally or informally doesn't matter. It's very helpful. You should do it as much as possible.
Because I thought that I was building up the control pause so that it happens naturally with my breathing. And if I did that, then I was experimenting with different ways of just making the control pause and then naturally going into the inhale. So I'll just keep, you said to experiment, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This could be my whole goddamn, I have a life. Okay.
All right, Jean Marie, I'm sorry, but I have another.
No.
Coming.
Like, my mind is blown. I don't know what I can do. Okay, and when is the
Each other this Sunday for the Breath Mastery meeting.
okay, and
And
then Tuesday I'll find that out, but
I'll send an email to everyone about it.
thank you so much, Sasha.
Thank you. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun to work with you. Thank you. And
Okay, my darling, thank you. You're unbelievable. Thank you.